Hi, my name is Joe Reeder, and I will be your child's 7th grade science teacher this year at Rams. I've been teaching at Rams for 23 years now, and looking forward to another exciting year. The video here is designed to let you know a little bit about what's going on in the class, and that might help you and I work together to ensure your child's success. First of all, the class is called CNS 7. Shorthand way of saying comprehensive natural science. It means we're going to be looking at a variety of things. We'll spend some time in biology, earth science, physical science. We'll also take time to find anything that your child is interested in and see if we can work that in also. In this class, our cornerstone of how we organize things is through an online class notes folder that your child has a link to, and you'll have a link to also. In fact, every communication, every email that I send your way has at the bottom in the signature a link that lets you see the notes that we're using in class. They are real-time. Everything that the child sees in class, you can see. If a child happens to miss a day of class, they're there. They can help kind of smooth the re-entry. And we'll talk more about how they work here in a second, but you'll hear a lot about the online class notes. In this class, there will be some homework, not a lot, and actually most of the homework will just be a continuation of what's happening in class. A student who uses their time efficiently probably is going to come home with not a lot of homework. So when you ask, what do you have for science homework, and they say nothing, we've got a cure for that. I ask that the students spend 10 minutes reviewing every single night, from the notes that we just showed you a minute ago, or from homework that they're working on, or from notes they've taken in class. 10 minutes a night, every night, and it'll work perfectly. One of the reasons we want to do that is that we have weekly quizzes. I know that sounds harsh. Almost every Friday, there's going to be a quiz that covers what we did in class that week. By Monday, early Tuesday at the latest, students will know pretty much exactly what's going to be on the quiz. In fact, I'm going to be sending you an email just about every Sunday telling you what we're doing and maybe throwing in some suggestions on where students should be doing some review or putting the focus of their work. The reason for the small quizzes is that it helps me catch early misunderstandings. We don't have a lot of large tests. We will have a few, but mostly they're just short quizzes covering what we did that week. We'll also have several end-of-unit tests, and for that we'll use our class notes folder to review. All the quizzes we took during the unit are there to help review from. They're kind of a summation of the unit to find out if it's time to move on. Grading in this class is really in two parts. You'll see in Skyward something that says Classwork. Any classwork counts for 20% of the total grade. This would be worksheets, study guides. Anytime I throw something in Google Classroom as an online task, some of our labs. This is 20% of the class grade. Late work will still get graded, but it's going to receive a reduced grade. I'll send home with the students a more detailed explanation of how we handle late work. Incomplete work, I can't grade until it's finished, and then I will grade it. The big kahuna, grading assessments, counts for 80% of the total grade. These are our weekly quizzes, and our quizzes are our end-of-unit quizzes. If you want to focus on anything, it's these things, the 80%. They're the ones that help me know, help your child know where their understanding is, and they count for an awful lot of points. So the quizzes, the assessments are worth much more and probably should get a lot more attention than the coursework. Now, occasionally, students have a bad day. Things don't go as well as they thought. They overestimate their understanding. Oh yeah, don't worry, Mom, I got that. And then they get to the quiz and they find out that maybe they don't have that. All is not lost. We have a life jacket. Students are allowed to take a retake, and there are certain requirements. First of all, I'm going to ask that they communicate with You and me, put the two of us together. I want to know that you understand that they're about to work on a retake, and then we're all going to work together to ensure success. Send a note, send an email, make a phone call. Some kind of communication with parents is the first key to getting a retake. All classwork needs to be completed for that section. It makes really no sense to retake a quiz if we haven't even done the work to get us ready for the first quiz. Once that's done, I'm going to meet with the student. We'll set up a time to take a retake. There won't be any retakes at the end of the unit test. That's time to just find out what they know and move on. There is a concern I have. Sometimes when students don't study, they'll say, oh, well, that's okay. I'll take a retake if I have to. I have students asking about retakes before they've taken the quiz. If that seems to be a problem, I'm going to contact you and we're going to work on some way that we might help your child become more successful. Study 10 minutes a night, and that's not going to be an issue. Sometimes students are gone and they know in advance they're gone, and I get a wonderful request from parents saying, could you please send my child's work for next week? That's kind of difficult. Most of what we do in class kind of loses context if the student's not there. That doesn't mean that it's a huge problem. If students, while they're gone, they have access to our class notes. They can review our class notes. They can watch any of the videos that we've linked in our notes. There may be online quizzes they're ready to take in Skyward. Any missing assignments can be dealt with while they're gone. When they get back then, I'll get them caught up on things and they'll have the time they need to get caught up. It's really not a situation where I can say, here's the lab, take the lab with you on a plane to Florida, because that usually doesn't work so well. Planned absences are awesome because it means that kids are doing fun things with their parents. I want to support that, but understand that doing all the work in advance is going to be a little bit difficult. We'll work through it. Unplanned absences. Now this is a tough one because sometimes kids get sick. Sometimes teachers get sick. First of all, it's not a whole lot of fun to be sick. First thing I want kids to do is relax. They're going to get whatever time they need to get caught up with their work. If they feel up to it, they should follow along with our notes online. And what that does is it means that when they come back into class, they're not feeling like they're completely out of the loop. Most importantly, get healthy, and we'll get you caught up when you get back in. It's really that simple. All right. If you have any questions, contact me. My contact information is down on the bottom. Like I said before, you will be hearing from me about once a week, usually about halftime of the Packer game. I'm sending out an email to parents talking about what it is that we're going to be doing the rest of the week or the following week. So if you have any questions, please get a hold of me. Looking forward to an exciting year, and enjoy the rest of your summer.